We are going to take our third look at Herminie, Pennsylvania. And we get to see the place before a lot of things happened there. This is when it was first developing. You're looking at Herminie from a hillside kind of to the northwest of it. This is Sewickley Street over here. There's a church down here. Up here on the hill is a school. Now here is a better look, possibly a bit later. That's the school up on the hill that we'll get a look at. You see in better definition the church down here. Here's Sewickley over here running through. That's that school up on the hill. This is an older one. And it gives a 1916 mapping showing the configuration, the footprint of the older school. Now here we get to see the town as it's better developed. This school is a bit newer. And you can see the church over here. And for orientation, what I'll do is show you that church is right here. That's it. See, there's a hill out this way, and it was looking over this way into the town. This is a day when there was a parade in Herminie. And the coal company, Ocean Coal, it looks like had a float of their own. If you look in here closely, what you see, these are guys in here with helmets on. These are the guys who worked in the mines. I hope they got off with pay that day. Now the mine didn't last forever. In the late 30s, 1938, the mine shut down and people had to do something else. Other businesses cropped up. This was a Chevy dealership that was in Herminie. It was owned by a man and his wife, and the fellow died and his wife continued the dealership, and it was said to have been the only Chevy dealership in the country run by a woman at that time. Cars were a big thing. They needed to be taken care of. By 1940, here was a gas station opening up in Herminie. Other businesses too were needed. I mean, people needed to eat. Chickens and cows needed to eat. This was a feed store and grocer. Here were the guys down at the railroad bringing the truck down to get a load of supplies. And a hotel in town. This was not the only one. There were a number of them. And I can show you where it was. This is Sewickley going across here. This is the mine down here. This is the mine office. And this was the hotel right here. And what we'll do is come in a little bit closer. It'll give us a look at some of the other stores. This being the hotel. This is the part of Sewickley that we didn't see the last time. Now here's a barber. Here's a grocery store. A pool room here. Confectionery. Going over past the hotel. Here's an office. Beside the office is a cobbler. A guy who would have fixed your shoes. This is a general store. Grocery and meat market here. Here's a blacksmith shop. Often it turned out that a blacksmith shop in town would have become the place where people would take their cars to get them fixed, because when cars first came out, and this mapping was 1916, even though cars have been out for a while, there weren't a lot of established repair shops yet for cars. Down here at the end of the street, here's a tailor down here, a grocer here. And we've seen enough of that. And we'll move on a bit. The fire company. This was the older one, built in 1928. This is the fire company now, looking east on Sewickley Street. In the background, you see a church over here. We'll get a better look at it. That church was from the Byzantine tradition. A lot of the people in Herminie came from Europe at first. They were people who came and brought their cultural traditions with them. One of the cultural traditions they brought was religion, along with other things. I mean, this was a Byzantine church. Other cultural traditions would have been language, food, you know, the other traits that people have that they bring with them. All those were part of the ethnic mix that was early Herminie. And there was a recreational area established. Crabapple Park. This was down there. This was mapping from the 1960s, and you can see down at Crabapple Park, this was a water hole down here, a fishing hole where you could go fishing. This topo map shows what was the place where you would have gone fishing. Other things we might notice, this is the hill to the northwest of town where those early shots of the whole town were taken, looking over this way. Now, something else we see are things outside of Herminie. Up the road here, this was Herminie number 2, which did cause a bit of confusion. It too was Herminie. It was another mine opened up by Ocean Coal Company and referred to as Herminie 2. Over here was another mine. This was Keystone Coal's Keystone Shaft. And what I did was try to clarify this a bit. If you live in Herminie, this is Herminie right here. Up here, this is the land associated with Herminie number 2 mine. This is the land associated with Keystone Shaft on here. This is Herminie number 2 up Wendell Road. You can see some of the company houses up at Herminie 2, some more of them. There were more company houses, not along the main road though. We were looking at Herminie 2 up here. And down here, we'll get a look at Keystone Shaft. This is the main town of Herminie. Over here was Keystone Shaft. That was not the same coal company. That was a different coal company. Keystone Coal, which was a big outfit around town, around the county. These were the patch houses for Keystone Shaft. Here's the railroad going through. It branched off of the Hempfield branch, which ran down here. The actual shaft was right here. This is Herminie in 1939. Over here you can see Keystone Shaft. Some of the mine buildings were still there. The mine at Keystone Shaft had shut down in the mid-1930s. And I think we've seen enough. And Porky tells us that's all, folks. And we'll see you again for some other town. That's all we're going to do in Herminie right now. So long for now. Bye.